Look at a length of rail. Look at a cutting. Hear the song of a wheel as it speeds along the rail. Look at a viaduct or a tunnel, and the names of the railway pioneers come quickly to mind. Stephenson, Hackworth, Gooch, Brunel. But look again and conjure with the names of Gypsy Tom, One-Eyed Conran, Black Hank, and Devil Driving George. For after the planners, the surveyors, and all the gentry associated with the building of Britain's early rail system, came the navigators, hordes of men of every class and creed who gathered as many as 15,000 and 20,000 on one stretch of line to work and live together in the excavations which in concept alone swallowed up the task of the pyramids of Egypt and even the Great Wall of China. Navigators, the name given to the canal builders of the 18th century. Inheriting this name, but shortening it, the navvy, the railroad excavator of the 19th century, is one of the last examples showing the callous value placed on human life. For although this was the age of the exploitation of mechanical invention, it was to be the brawn, the muscle, and the pick and shovel of many thousands of navvies that would excavate, blast, and tunnel their way over the length and breadth of the country to provide a railroad system of some 38,000 miles. In an age of lives that were spent in factories and sweatshops, there were 200,000 who had their freedom, of a kind. It was in the freedom of the open air that the legend of the navvy grew up around known facts. Facts that said a man could shift 20 tons of earth a day. That's upwards of 14 wagon loads a day. And a wagon was reckoned to hold 2¼ cubic yards of earth. Some men filled 16. The test of a navvy was his ability to stand the severity of the work, whether on tunneling, excavating, blasting, or bridge building. It was the working together, the living together by the line, and the ability to go up and away with the line to new works. Eating and drinking like a navvy was a test as well, and the day's edition of Punch did him no injustice. 2 pounds of beef and a gallon of beer a day, and a man was accepted. To give Britain its first rail system meant in many cases human deprivation, disease, and death by many an accident.
We stood clear of both lines and were watching the train coming up with a full head of steam on the strain, when suddenly one of the men gave a shout, "There's a shovel against the rail, look out!" The shovel was wild as, and swift as a wink, he jumped between the forefeet with never a shrink. But alas, before he could clear the track, the buffer beam hit him right in the back. In a moment per while he was over the slope, and we after him with little of hope. He lay by the stone with his grip firm set on the shovel that cost him his life to get.
Labour was cheap, and it was not until late in the 19th century, almost the end of the railroading era, before crude examples of mechanical diggers and excavators began to slowly come into use. But all that is now part of history. Today, the modern mechanical excavator is the backbone of a new era, the era of motorways and of the men who build them. Build them not with picks and shovels, but with machines. Machines which make full use of the mechanical genius of the 20th century. Machines, mechanical navvies in fact, which can exceed the old-time navvies' daily output in less than 10 minutes. Through the picturesque Loon Gorge, the Westmoreland extension of the M6 motorway will run side by side with the railway which was planned and built so many years ago. In the same rock-laden terrain where the one-eyed Conrans and the Black Hanks picked and shoveled their way through tons of rock, one man, one machine, a 6C with ripper attachment will rip their way quickly and comfortably through this merciless tunnel. The old-time navvy was a proud man, proud of the job he was doing, proud of the skills he lent to that job, and proud of the completed project. And make no mistake, this outlook has changed little over the years. Today it is the machine operator who is proud, proud of his machine, proud of the skills lent to him by the machine, and proud of his own skill in handling this mechanical genius, the modern navvy.
Come in, take base, it's take 6.
John, have you finished that job at Batley, over?
Yes, I finished that job, Frank. I'm on my way in now, over.
John, I want you to go to Sharkey Brothers on the Wakefield-Bradford Road at Bradford. The auxiliary valve is faulty. It's got some dirt underneath the seat. Can you go down there and clean it out and test the pressures on it, over?
Yes, I know what you mean, Frank, over.
Right, over now, John.
A fast and efficient service. That's the keynote of any well-organized team. And this team is no exception. Time is money. Money is profit. And an excavator standing idle is making profit for no one.
Seems to keep going back to its own.
It goes out and it falls back on its own.
That's right, yes.
I see. It sounds like auxiliary valve to me. I think we're better
It's up to this man, the JCB service fitter, to diagnose the fault, correct it, and get the machine back to work just as fast as his human